9:33 the time. North Carolina is once again one of the best states in the country for business. CNBC's latest ranking puts the Tar Heel State second overall this year, making the sixth straight year North Carolina has finished either first or second. But the report also highlights some growing challenges that kept us from reclaiming the #1 spot. Of course, you like winning things, and who better talk about winning and also business than our chief business correspondent, Taylor Young. Taylor, this is one of those rankings people hear about every year, but a lot of work goes into this ranking. How the heck did they come up with these results?
Yeah, so this is not just someone's opinion. A lot does go into this. So CNBC scores all 50 states using more than 130 metrics across 10 categories that businesses say are the most important to them when it comes to deciding to expand or invest in a state. And infrastructure, the economy, and workforce carry the most weight here. And as we know, North Carolina finished second overall this year, just 9 points behind Ohio. They kicked us out of first place.
Okay, all right. So second, I mean, it's not bad. You're still on the podium. What does North Carolina do, and what have we been doing that it keeps on landing in the top two spots year after year?
Yeah, I mean, the big reason by far is economy. We ranked #1 in the country for our economy, which I think is something to celebrate. Yeah. And also, we scored near the top for workforce. And I'm not surprised by that. I mean, we have seen a consistent stream of educated workers moving here. We have great colleges, good education. Businesses continue to expand here.
I hear a but coming up.
Yeah, having said that, I think a lot of times this is a headline, right? Yeah. North Carolina is first, North Carolina is second. But this study also shows us where we can improve. So I have put together a glimpse of what I'm calling our business report card. Now, according to CNBC, as you can see, those top 3 categories, which hold the most weight, are pretty solid. I mean, A+ for economy, A for workforce, B- for infrastructure. But we also scored in the B range for things like education, cost of doing business, and innovation. But the next 2 categories are where we kind of fell off. And I think what ultimately kept North Carolina from repeating that #1 title, a C- for quality of life and another C- for cost of living. Ohio simply outranked us in both of those categories, even though our economy, which holds a lot of weight in this study, was much higher.
Okay, so let's focus on those last 2 right there. Why did North Carolina score so poorly in those last 2 areas?
Yeah, so I think that there are a couple of different things weighing these scores down. So CNBC ranked North Carolina 35th in the country for cost of living. That's up dramatically just from last year. Last year we were in the 20s. And I think that's just a big part of the housing costs continuing to increase, as well as just all overall household expenses. The report also points to worker protections and a rise in crime for impacting the quality of life here, which is the reason why we got a C-. But I think that this is really just a trade-off from the explosion of North Carolina. When you have so many people moving here, so many businesses expanding here, I mean, that's going to make things more expensive. It's going to make housing more expensive. It's going to make just the cost of living, everything, childcare. So I think that that's just some of the challenges that you have when something positive does happen, right? It's the trade-off. But I do think coming in second out of 50 states is absolutely something to celebrate. But again, this is more than just a headline. That's why I like looking into the data when these kind of reports come out, because it's something that we can learn from, right? The quality of life, the cost of living, those are all things that maybe lawmakers, business owners can look at and say, okay, how do we kind of balance the amount of people moving here and the impact it's having on our community and neighborhoods, and kind of tackle it at a different angle.
I mean, that's the success. I guess the key to success, to continuing to end up in the top 2 spots, is okay, we know business is good, but let's make quality of life maybe bring
those other categories that maybe attention kind of falls off of, but I still think it's something to celebrate. I mean, second, we've been in the top 2 for 6 years in a row. North Carolina's making waves.
All right, our chief business correspondent, Taylor Young. Taylor, thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.